All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, first off, I want to say Shalom to the ones that push this word in truth and in sincerity, which are the apostles and elders on down to the brothers, right? And Shalom to the ones that endure this faith until the very end, right? Which are, again, the apostles and elders on down to the brothers and a few sisters, all right? So Shalom. I want to do this video. A brother sent out a post, on YouTube. So, I went back to it, and of course, YouTube, the app for some reason just reset, so I couldn't really find it again. But pretty much, it's a device, right, that they put on your brain, right? They implant it, in your brain. And we all know where I'm getting at with this, because, first of all, who is the only people that do this, right? The ones that run this society, the rulers of darkness. So then, who's going to be doing that in those last days, for the ultimate prophecy? What is that ultimate prophecy? Again, the same people, they're training up, the so-called black woman, to be nurses, because they're going to be pushing them in the forefront of that. But that last prophecy is what? An implant, right? The rice grain. So pretty much it's an eye stimulation device. It's something like this. This isn't exactly what I seen posted, but I believe it is connected to it. So pretty much it's a device that helps, it's pretty much a treatment for depression and dementia and stuff like that. Now, they said it's not out to the public yet, but they're planning on releasing it soon, right? So people are going to be able to pretty much be cured from depression by what? A device that is implanted onto their brain. So what does that sound like? Those last days, right? It's Revelation 12:12 states that when this man knows that he has but a short time, he's going to be enforcing, he's going to be enforcing, the martial law, and then he's going to come in with a solution, to all these viruses, the plagues, the famines, right? The crime rate, because they're going to shut off 911. But they're going to come out with that solution, which is what? Them stations, the main, facility, right? The facilities, stuff like that. For what? That rice grain, the new money currency, and a new way to monitor and track people, right? And this happened many times before, right? Back in ancient times, people were branded, right? And if they didn't have that mark, they would be excluded. People were marked with FUG, if I can remember, like fugitive, right? So, if I can remember, if you had the mark on your forehead, FUG, then you would be marked as like a fugitive that either tried or did escape. So I want to get a few scriptures. This is the main point right here. Because you can see that all these things that are coming to pass, there's only one answer, right? There is only one answer, especially to you Jakes, you 2/3. There is one answer to this. What book, if y'all actually sit there and read, what book prophesied these things? Definitely not your Quran, right? Not your Jehovah's Witnesses or wickedness. Not your spaghetti gods, not your Baals, not your Dagons, not your Quos or Kuos. right? Prophet Muhammad ain't prophesied a damn thing of today, but the scriptures did. So in those last days, y'all gonna be looking around. What? This all seems familiar. Something stated this. Something stated that this was going to happen. Oh, I know. The Bible, right? The Bible prophesied this. In school there's only one. There's multiple choice: A, B, C, and D. There's only one correct answer. The rest has to be false. So this is Obadiah 1 and verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Though that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high," right? So who dwells in rock, right? Shit, the house. This house is made of rock. All houses, buildings, no matter what, it's made of rock. Whether it's glass, if you got a fully glass building, still no excuse. That's rock. It's smelted sand. And sand is nothing but miniature rocks. Right? So your city buildings, that still counts as rock. It's Petra. The caves. It says whose habitation is high. Right? Who sets that habitation high? This is the main point that I really want to get at. He sets his habitation high. This man that runs the society, right? Everywhere you go in this place, there's skyscrapers, in fact, the world, everywhere you go in the world, these cities, because again, Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So that's everywhere. He sets up his skyscrapers and towers and in fact, that says that in the next verse, when it comes to the space stations, right? This man builds these places. Buildings are not supposed to be this tall, but why does he do it? Right? It's not the fact that, oh, I'm just in a tall building. In fact, it's more of a risk of your life being in a tall building. Because if people are up there, the building's collapsing, you're done for. But why do they do it? Why do they put their life on the line to stay in these tall buildings? Because they know that once they are in there, right, they can see everywhere. And what is not, for the view, obviously, it's for that power, right? They feel that they have the power, which they do at the moment. The Lord blessed Esau with the sword, right? He has the weapons, the military. So that's why he sets his habitation high. Right? So it says that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So that's why he does it. He sits in them tall buildings, right? Because it represents their power structure. Right? As Isaiah 13 and 10 says, the constellations thereof. Right? That represents the constellations. It's verse 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, America, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, right? So this is what I was talking about. These are the space stations. They put their trash up there. The whole earth is in a damn dome of garbage. Space trash. Satellite space stations, all kinds of other stuff they putting up there. This is what the Bible is talking about. What other book mentions this, of today's times? But what did the Lord say? Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Right? So the Lord said, I will bring you down. So, I want to get 2nd Ezra, right? 6 and 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So this man that's running this society, if he stays into power, there would be no flesh to be saved. As the scriptures say. Right? This man is the end of the world. If this guy is not brought out of power, the earth cannot be saved. The earth is mourning. We are mourning. because this is captivity, right? The Lord said, they shall build, but I will throw down. So no matter how much you keep on building these cities, just keep on building, right? In fact, build the biggest city while you can. That's a message to the rulers of darkness. Build your best city that you can. Build the biggest and the best city that you can possible. Right? Put all that effort in. Keep on building. In fact, build 20 times more. Because all that effort that you're putting in this is going to be thrown right down the drain. And it's going to be more of a satisfaction to watch all of that get destroyed. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and Shalom.